I was a girl in the village doing alright. Then I became a princess overnight. Now I gotta figure out how to do it right. So much to learn and see.
I haven't seen it before.
Oh, he's actually a buddy of mine. Let me introduce you to him. His name is Veldora.
Veldora?
Veldora?
Yep, I'm the great storm dragon Rimuru Tempest.
That's right. I recognize him. He's Noir, one of the 7 primordial demons. But what's even more terrifying is that somehow someone got such a powerful being to serve them. A demon lord possessing a hidden power that surpasses even the bounds of imagination.
お使いできるだけで幸福です。
よし、わかった。
おお、感謝いたします。我が君、リムル。甘美な響きです。それでは今度はリムル様と。
で、お前の名は？
私など名もない悪魔で十分でございます。
名前はないのか。じゃあ、報酬代わりに名前をつけてやろう。
なんと、それは最大のご褒美でございます。
あ、お前の名前はディアブロだ。
ディアブロ。
Sin pero, sin pero, sin pero, sin pero,
Isn't it scary, though? Huh? To have so many people who are precious to you? If it were me, if even one of those bonds were lost, I don't know. I'd be scared. The most precious things are always far too small not to lose, and far too fragile not to break. You will regret it. You'll regret building all of this. And when that time comes, you won't be yourself anymore.
Known at the time as just Rudra, was born millennia ago as a prince of the Nazca kingdom with the ambition to unite the entire world. At some point, he was taken under the tutelage of Veldora, who trained him to be a chosen hero that could rival Guy Crimson. Over the course of the many years of his training, he obtained both the unique skill Chosen One and the ultimate skill Uriel. He was also blessed by the elementals and their queen, awakening as a true hero sometime after. Before his first confrontation with Guy, Veldora approached him and proposed that they trade ultimate skills, his Uriel for Veldora's Michael. Rudra accepted the offer and received Michael, a skill better suited for his dream of unifying the world.
When the Eastern Empire invaded, they saw the labyrinth as an easy target full of treasure. They were wrong. Once over 530,000 soldiers had entered, Ramirez and Veldora sealed the only exit and completely changed the rules. The entire labyrinth was put on high alert, unleashing every single one of its powerful floor guardians at once. The soldiers were trapped. It was a systematic extermination, floor by floor, until no one was left alive.
I heard about that. So it's true that the slime has been naming primordials. With that bit of intel now confirmed, Velgrynd couldn't hide her surprise. However, her body remained undisturbed as she flicked away Testarosa's whip.
In Veldora's brain, a warning was ringing at full force. If it had been a head-on strike, he might have been able to resist the attack even if he could not avoid it. However, now that he had been hit by complete surprise, there was nothing Veldora could do. Ouch, this is not good. It's better to just accept the defeat this time and get revenge the next time we meet. Kwahahaha. Now then, I'll contact Rimuru. Despite the situation, Veldora had plenty of room to spare. It was because he knew that he and Rimuru were connected by a soul corridor, and he could be resurrected. As long as Rimuru was alive, Veldora was immortal. Wait a minute. What is this? This is bad. This is really bad. By the time he realized what was happening, it was too late. That man, Emperor Rudra, was about to take over Veldora's mind. The judgment bullet had made him severely hurt. It was all over for Veldora. Rudra's control was more powerful than he had imagined. It was obvious that if he left things as is, it would affect even Rimuru through the soul corridor. That was unforgivable, Veldora thought. Therefore, he cut off the soul corridor of his own volition. This is fine. I'll leave the rest to you, Rimuru. With those last words, Veldora's consciousness plunged into darkness.
Demon Lord Rimuru had appeared. Seeing him, oh, so you came here noticing your owner was stolen. Rimuru acting quick, already planned out the tactical conditions for victory. In this situation they were: recover Veldora, eliminate the threat, massacre every one of the Imperials. That was all. A torrent of attacks with power equaling that of ultimate skills rushed towards Rimuru. Attacks reaching for Rimuru were easily nullified by the absolute barrier made by ultimate skill / Covenant King Uriel. Rimuru slightly shifted his gaze towards the Emperor who hadn't moved, and the guards by his side. Is that all? I don't need to be careful at all then, and don't get killed before I come for you. And then, to remove the hindrances between him and Veldora, Rimuru played his next hand. Diablo, Testarossa, Ultima, Herrera, the three Devil Lords, along with Diablo, swiftly answered. You're allowed to rampage all you want. Letting them get in my way is also forbidden. How shall we handle Veldora Sama's elder sister? I'll deal with her. Now go, grind them to dust. You wait, Veldora. I'll definitely free you. And the true battle had finally started.
'That aura. Seems you're not gonna make this easy, are you? Have it your way. But still, what the hell is going on? Those waves of anger are awfully similar to Veldora. While still a demon lord, a mere slime is cloaked in the same hockey as us true dragons. Inconceivable. Dangerous. An overwhelmingly powerful aura comparable to that of a true dragon. If you're allowed to live, you will surely become a threat in the future. Therefore, I'll destroy you here and now.
Veldora destroyed Demon Lord Rimuru.
Velgrynd wasted no time to attack Rimuru with her burning breath, as Rimuru commanded. Velgrynd's burning breath was blocked easily with Covenant King Uriel. As a test, she released tens of heat blasters in a continuous attack. Tsk. Everything gets blocked, as though perfectly calculated. How annoying. Demon Lord Rimuru wasn't using the shield against Veldora, but was either dodging or repelling the attacks with a similar attack. The prideful Velgrynd decided to unleash the most powerful attack in her entire arsenal. Velgrynd confirmed the effects of her attack with absolute confidence, but she was stupefied as she saw the unharmed Rimuru. That was definitely dangerous, but it's simple to eat such an overly impulsive attack, you know? Stay there quietly for a while. I'll play with you after I free Veldora. Rimuru confirmed that Velgrynd was properly sealed. To use this short yet seemingly infinite amount of time the best he could, Rimuru charged towards Veldora. Rimuru was finding difficulty in doing anything decisive against Veldora. It wasn't a direct source of damage, but stamina is definitely being shaved off, decided. To not just neutralize the storm attacks with Gluttony King Belzebuth, but to straight up totally devour Veldora, making me do all this work, Veldora. Stop causing all this trouble, damn it. So I began to devour the storm dragon. My body began to feel so much pain. As I converted what I devoured into energy, the equivalent amount of flesh was destroyed. This repeatedly repeated. Alert. Reporting results of parallel analysis. Analysis of cardinal acceleration has concluded. Reproduction of ability has failed. Analysis of Storm Blast has concluded. Reproduction of ability successful. It is now possible to use it. Analysis of Storm Dragon energy has concluded. Would you like to execute? Would you like to begin reconstructing your body into a true dragon? Fu-fu-fu-fu-ha-ha, Certainly, I executed a 3-part laugh. I'm now one step closer to my brother Veldora. Blinding light flooded the surroundings. When the light faded, the Storm Dragon's figure had disappeared. Devouring the Storm Dragon, which could be called its parent, its body was reborn as the 5th true dragon, the ultimate slime. Velgrynd saw all that whilst trapped in her prison. According to investigations, Rimuru was born from the congregation of magic essence, from Veldora's leaked aura. It would naturally be a unique monster. A coincidence? It can't be. Didn't want to recognize this, nor would she do so. That for sure would also to serve as vengeance for her brother. I timidly attempted to perform the bladed storm. Right then, as if right on time, Velgrynd started to move. But as a result, that very act of evasion saved her life. A single swing of that sword had pierced the heavens and split the seas. Literally. Its strength still not waning. It split multiple Imperial airships in two along its path. The energy of the swing even cut apart the ocean. Velgrynd, who came back to her senses, screamed at me in a mix of anger and fear. But bastard, what was that? What Velgrynd was now isolated in my imaginary space. How is this possible? Why? What just happened? I've lost? That's right. You won't be able to escape my imaginary space. Rudra, you see. He reached his limits long ago. He reincarnated himself so many times that it wore his soul out. What you see there is Rudra, but it's also not. He's long been replaced by Michael, Lord of Justice. Rudra once held pure and idealistic dreams of creating a perfect world where disputes could be settled with words rather than violence. But Guy obeyed the rules to the end. As a result, in the distance, the breath of his friend vanished. I'm sure it's not just Rimuru who could have done it. Guy couldn't help but sigh. There was no bitterness or regret. There was only mourning for the man who was his best friend. That's why I told you, asshole. And just like that, the millennia-long game between Guy and Rudra came to an end.